This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Jacqueline is off tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. Football Friday night will begin in just 15 minutes, but first tonight, an alarming discovery during a raid of a Pinellas County home. Rifles, handguns, homemade bombs, and along with them, police say, aerial maps of schools in the area. A 24-year-old man taken into custody with no criminal history or record of mental health issues. And as ABC's Victor Oquendo reports, what's most alarming, he was not even on police radar.
Tonight, a chilling find inside this Florida home, an arsenal of weapons allegedly belonging to this man, 24-year-old Randall Drake.
He's got 3 bombs, a whole cadre of weapons, 2,300 rounds of ammunition.
Detectives executing a search warrant in a child pornography investigation. Police say they found none, but they did discover 10 rifles, 8 handguns, 2 shotguns, more than 15 knives, a crossbow, and a baseball bat with nails, along with aerial photos of 2 nearby schools and a water treatment plant, and a note reading, "I shall have my bloody revenge, and then the world will burn."
Everybody's always asking for the motivation. What's behind it? We don't know. He won't talk to us.
Police arresting Drake, who they say has no criminal history or record of mental health issues. They say he wasn't on their radar.
It's reminiscent of what we saw recently, in Las Vegas. That guy's a sleeper. Nobody knew anything about that guy.
Today at the home where Drake lives with his parents, no answer. In the driveway, his car with the license plate reading Far Cry, which is also the name of a popular first-person shooter video game. Drake now facing 2 felony charges for those explosive devices.
That's Victor Oquendo reporting. Drake has pleaded not guilty. He's being held for at least 72 hours at a mental health facility where they can decide to release him or keep him there longer. We have new details tonight in an ongoing death investigation in Sarasota. Police now do not suspect foul play after a man was found dead near 17th Street west of 301 around 3 o'clock this afternoon. The cause of death is pending a medical examiner's investigation. Police are not releasing the man's name until they can notify his family. A Sarasota man is facing battery charges after detectives say he attacked his ex-girlfriend and caused her to jump from a 3rd-floor balcony. Sheriff's deputies began investigating Henry Coakley last Saturday. That's when detectives say he crashed into the victim's car while she was driving. The impact crushing the driver's side door and window and forcing her to exit through the back seat. Then when she tried to get away, deputies say he repeatedly punched her. Following that incident, deputies were called to the victim's apartment after she jumped off her 3rd-story balcony in fear for her life. Coakley was arrested tonight in Ellenton. And remember, you can stay up to date on the latest breaking news instantly with the ABC7 News app. If you're an iPhone or iPad user and currently have our news app, you'll need to go to the App Store and search for WWSB or My Suncoast and then download the new version of that app. A small plane makes an emergency landing on a St. Petersburg street, crashing into a moving car. Take a look as surveillance cameras capture the whole thing. The plane smashing right into the back of an SUV and people rushing there to help. The pilot and a juvenile passenger and then the driver of that vehicle were all rushed to the hospital. Both the pilot and passenger have since been released. The SUV's driver, however, is still recovering in the hospital. The FAA is now investigating what caused that plane to go down. The former director of FEMA will help Sarasota County review how it handled Hurricane Irma. The county trying to learn what it did well and what did not go as planned so it can better respond to the next natural disaster. Despite the mostly positive response from the community on Sarasota County's response to the storm and its aftermath, the county did come under fire for spending $130,000 to feed workers at the Emergency Operations Center. That's in contrast to Manatee County, which spent about $9,000 for food. But just one of the things that will be looked at closely by the county in its review.
We're going to take all of our leadership across the county, review all of our plans, identify best practices and places where we can improve and implement those plans for next season.
County officials say they'll have their first meeting with the former FEMA director, Craig Fugate, next month, and several other meetings will take place through the end of the year. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development allocating nearly $58 million to Texas in additional funds for clearing housing from areas flooded by Hurricane Harvey. The money could be used to help buy out homeowners living in 100-year flood zones and help others rebuild. HUD hopes Texas can begin meeting unmet housing needs in 13 Harvey-affected counties by mid-December. The federal agency is still trying to decide where to spend an additional $7.4 billion allocated by Congress for storm recovery efforts in Texas, Florida, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Because it was such a busy hurricane season, which we're still in, but we can see the end of it right down a little more than a month away.
Lights at the end of the tunnel, definitely.
Right.
But there could be another system maybe coming our way as we get into the latter part of next week. Something to watch in the tropics, but right now everything's quiet. But yet again, there may be, like I said, maybe another tropical system. We'll talk about it in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Many people with Medicare may be able to get extra benefits and don't even know they're available. You may be able to get dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline to see if you can get the extra benefits you deserve. The Medicare Coverage Helpline is now accepting calls. You may be able to get extra benefits, including dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Making sure you go to the doctor and taking all your medications as prescribed can help protect your health. To make it easier, you may now be able to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan that includes coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Help protect your health by choosing the right plan for you and get all the benefits you deserve.
Call to see if you may be able to get extra benefits, including dental, vision, and prescription coverage. Don't miss the annual election period deadline for Medicare Advantage. Call now. Call 800-711-7200. That's 800-711-7200.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
Nice to see you on this Friday evening. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for Bob Harrigan tonight. And look at these temperatures. Can't beat this for a Friday evening, right? 76 here in Sarasota, 77 in Inglewood, 73 in Punta Gorda. And you know what? These temperatures could actually be our highs as we get in the mid next week. We'll talk about that in just a second. As far as the radar goes, everything looks pretty quiet. Earlier today, we had some scattered showers that moved from east to west, but nothing doing here on our radar at this time. So what's on tap for us? Breezy night tonight. We'll show you that in just a second. Some of these winds are cranking up to about 15 to 17 miles per hour right now. Sunny and breezy for tomorrow, at least the first half of tomorrow. Then I think the winds will start to calm down. And then another front's going to come in here to bring us widespread rain and cooler temperatures as we get in the mid next week. How about the high today? Topped out at 87 degrees, above the average of 84. No rain to speak about today. And as you can see, we're closing in on that deficit of a 2-inch mark. So looks like this cold front coming our way as we get into Monday and Tuesday of next week will help put a dent in that deficit. 17 mile per hour of a sustained wind here in Anna Maria Island right now. 14 miles per hour sustained in Siesta Key. So we do have those breezy conditions coming in from the east and northeast around the Sun Coast. And at least for the first half of our Saturday, it will be breezy as well. And then things start to calm down. We have a few passing clouds on Saturday. Sunday, a little more shower activity pops up on the radar on our futurecast. And then as we get into Monday and into Tuesday, this is what's going to happen. This cold front here that we're looking at here in the Pacific Northwest, this is actually going to slide all the way down here to the southeast and bring us the clouds and the showers. But behind the cold front, there's some very cooler air behind it. So it's going to filter down here to the southeast, and that is going to be the culprit here, or what's responsible for giving us highs in the mid-70s, so looking pretty good there. Tropics are quiet now, but there's a system that has not developed yet, but it will, looks like it will, in the middle of next week, and that's looking to develop here in the Western Caribbean and then track up in the Gulf of Mexico, but it's going to be picked up by a front, a lot of wind shear with it, and it's going to tear the thing apart. So it's not going to be organized, but it will bring us some widespread rainfall as we get into next weekend, and maybe some gusty winds. Or just something to watch out for. 2 to 4 feet for the seas, moderate chop in the bays. We'll show you the outlook as we get in the next several days. And there's that cold front coming down to bring us the shower activity and then the cooler air by the middle of next week. So looking very fall-like in this forecast. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
We're still in hurricane season. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
3, 2, 1 liftoff. Math and science students in New Jersey got a little creative to see who could launch a pumpkin the furthest this week right into a lake. During the school year, these students are divided into teams, and then they work on these catapults. The annual event testing the students' calculations and skill. Even better, the students who do best could go on to a world competition of pumpkin tossing and maybe even win a scholarship. and there are the winners. That's pretty cool. That's a,
Wow.
I don't think you'll see that down here in Florida. Maybe not, but there they
I'm
go.
just amazed how far they can launch those things, and they're heavy too.
Yep. Well, there were footballs flying through the air here tonight on the Suncoast. We're going to have the very best coverage on the Suncoast coming up on Football Friday night. Adam and Dwayne are standing by. Have a great weekend. Football Friday night is coming up next.
Welcome everyone to Football Friday Night. I'm Adam Cellini alongside Dwayne Lindo. Another great night of football, especially if you are in 5A District 11. Big night for that particular district, Dwayne.
Yeah, we have a couple highlights going on, but 4 ways. I mean, anyone can win this particular district. DeSoto, you got Southeast, Wauchula Hardy, Booker.
Still in it.
Yeah.
So definitely some big games, and we start with one that really would put either team in the driver's seat. We felt like a showdown between Hardy and Southeast, and it could, Dwayne, decide the district.
Now, just one district game after this for Southeast. A win could certainly put them in the driver's seat.
Now we head out east to Wildcat Country, and there is some bad blood between these programs. Hardy clinching a district title on Southeast home turf. Just last year, the Seminoles would love to spoil Wildcat homecoming tonight. First drive, here's Alex Taylor scrambling. He's going to heave one up, and look who slipped behind the defense. That's Clyde Townsend with a basket catch for an early 7-0 lead.
Good for him.
Looking good. Seminoles back in the red zone after a muff punt, and here are the moves by Latrell Peavy. Shimmy. He scores easy from 8 yards out. Southeast up to a quick 14-0 lead. It's pleasing the loyal group who made that trip out to Hardy. But this one was far from over. First play following that touchdown, Marcelin Simius finding daylight, slipping a few defenders. He's going to zigzag his way 76 yards all the way down to the 8-yard line. That sets up this play. First down,
Insane.
Kai Washington pulling that handoff. It fools the defense and the camera right there. He's in for an easy score. It cuts the deficit in half. Hardy would come all the way back in this game, force 7 turnovers on the Seminoles. They end up winning this one, 24-21, a heartbreaker for Southeast.
Totally 180 from how they played last week.
Absolutely, very uncharacteristic and tough to see, but still up for grabs. Well, we stay in the district now and move on to Bayshore, Dwayne. The Bruins getting a big win last week against Wauchula Hardy, who you just saw, and they try to make it 2 in a row tonight against DeSoto.
Well, Adam, DeSoto was shut out last week by Booker, if you can remember that. The Bruins, on the other hand, have definitely had the momentum going on at this point, breaking that losing streak. So good for them. And it's Coach Bazoons that was a big part of that. With that, he wins the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Coach of the Week, the 3rd coach in Manatee County to do so. Congrats. You see, DeSoto's already up 6-0, but in the first, it's Brian Coleman tossing to his wide receiver, Jerry Robinson, for 46 yards. You saw him fighting for that extra 10 yards there.
Wanted it bad.
You got it, which leads to this 2-yard run by Corey Von Borstel. We mentioned him last week, scoring in the red zone. And they go for the deuce, making it 8-6. In the second, it's Coleman connecting with his receiver yet again. See that for 37 yards. Jerry Robinson opened all day to make the grab, but they only get 3 points out of it. 11-6 Bruins. Later in the second, Bruins with the ball, and the handoff goes terribly wrong. And DeSoto recovers. And they pretty much get the win here, Adam. 16-11, DeSoto.
Those mistakes just killing Bayshore. And when you're a team like Bayshore, don't want to say this, but you just can't make those mistakes. You got to play kind of perfect, control the things you can control for sure.
Right.
Well, now we head over to the River, also hosting a homecoming tonight. They're your 2017 Pirate King and Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, third quarter, Brian Gagg, swing pass to Knowledge McDaniel, and this guy has a lot to handle in space, Dwayne.
That's my guy, Knowledge McDaniel. Division I prospect right there.
Well, we've heard the names a number of times this year, and Gagg and McDaniel continue to hook up this week. Later on, Jake Hepler would take over at quarterback. He's going to try his luck deep and finds pay dirt. A touchdown for Hepler, and the River is just rolling at home. Now the Pirates kicking off to the Mustangs. You can't ever sleep on this guy, Dwayne. Mason Fisher, he catches this kickoff. He caught Palmetto sleeping a week ago, and check him sidestepping a few Pirates defenders here. He would eventually go down And no surprise, the Pirates just too much for the Mustangs tonight. Braden River winning big at home, 55-7.
Yeah, same old thing for Braden River there, but same district. The Indians undefeated in this district take on the Sarasota Sailors. Early in the first, it's Sam Whitney taking it to the house. We don't hear his name too often, but that thing that John Peacock and the Indians, that they have so many weapons here. It's insane for those guys.
We get caught up in Hiley and Carpenter a little bit sometimes.
Of course. Now still in the first, it's Bryce Carpenter in full effect, tossing a rocket to a wide open Javon Hiley. How do you leave him open?
I don't know how you don't have a hat on that guy.
Indians up 14-0. You know, the student body obviously happy about that, but the Sailors showing a little promise marching down the field, but come up with a goose egg on points. In the second, it's Carpenter throwing a 10-yard lob to Hiley for the score. Just towers over a defender.
It's tough to guard, for
sure. Hiley obviously a huge part of this offense, with well over 1,000 receiving yards this season thus far. Venice wins big, 42-7.
And actually, Hiley setting school records tonight. This is straight from head coach John Peacock. Yards in a game, 205 tonight. Yards in a season, over 1,000, 142. Touchdowns in a season with 20. And Bryce Carpenter setting a school record in touchdowns in a season with 25. So a big night for the Indians for sure. Well, the Out-of-Door Thunder are cruising through their season with their only loss to powerhouse St. Stephen's. And Dwayne, tonight they were taking on St. Pete Catholic.
Well, Adam, this is the same St. Pete Catholic that lost at home last week to Cardinal Mooney. Out-of-door coach Ken Summers obviously looking to extend that losing streak. And in the second, Barron's running back bullies his way through Thunder defense to get a quick 6.
That's a hard run right there.
Yeah, but it's quarterback Gus Mailer with a screen. Thunder getting a few extra yards there. Thunder also playing a little defense as well. Julian Brown keeping his eye on the receiver, getting a great tackle there. Now Barron's driving again, but guess what? They turn the ball over, and ODA takes it 40 yards to St. Pete Catholic territory.
Think this guy wants to score right now?
He wants to. He's thinking end zone. Yeah, he's thinking end zone, but he doesn't get the score. Both teams played well, but it's a tie game thus far, 28-28.
All right. And ODA playoff bound next week. They start their playoff run in that Coral Bay Conference for the Sunshine State Athletic Division. And still to come on Football Friday night, we'll step outside the sidelines for a little bit of Friday night sights. Plus,
3A Cardinal Mooney goes down to the wire with a 7A school from Central Florida. Stick around.
You're watching Football Friday night on ABC7.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today.
Call 800-457-2317.
Go online or visit a Target store today.
Did you know that Sarasota County was the first in Florida to be recognized as an age-friendly community? Whether you're 22 or 82, we strive to be the best place to live, work, and play. A community rich with opportunities and things to do for people of all ages. On Saturday, October 28th, we're advancing this movement with a free community event featuring live entertainment and hands-on experiences. You won't want to miss our entire community coming together for an age-friendly festival presented by the Patterson Foundation.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Welcome back to Football Friday night. Cardinal Mooney going up a few classifications tonight. Dwayne taking on a tough Winter Haven team.
Well, you know, the Cougars need to win bad to make this postseason after forfeiting 2 wins earlier this season.
Absolutely. This one had plenty of scoring, and it came right down to the wire. We're going to start with the Blue Devils knocking on the door. Eric Williams rolling out to his left, fires and finds Josiah Williams. The extra point would give Winter Haven the lead in this game, 21-20. Blue Devils would score again before this Cardinal Mooney series. Bryce Williams a toss, but wait, Williams unloads to a wide open Ryan Blechta. Mooney converts the 2-point conversion, and the trick play ties the game up.
Need those
for
plays.
The Cougars.
Definitely.
Hey, man, if you got them in the playbook, use them. This is the time. Under a minute to go, the Cougars need another touchdown to tie. Jack Costco avoiding the rush, staying tough. He fires here, but he finds the wrong man. It's Jeremiah Ware who picks it off, and Ware has nothing but green in front of him. He takes it all the way to the house to seal this one for Winter Haven, 42-28, your final score in that game. And let's take a look at some more scores from around the Sun Coast tonight. We start with Booker, goes down to the wire for a big district win. Also Palmetto taking care of the Northport Bobcats on the road. Manatee High School, the Hurricanes taking care of business in their district, beating Riverview from up in Riverview, Florida, along with the Charlotte High School beating Cape Coral. Port Charlotte High School sets school records in margin of victory and shutout differential tonight, 60-0. And IMG is up on East High School out in Salt Lake City, Utah, in the third quarter of that game, started at 9 o'clock. St. Stephen's stays perfect with another big win, and Bradenton Christian loses at home to Clearwater Academy International.
Yeah, it's not another championship for St. Stephen's.
Man, they are rolling. They got all the pieces over there, so they will be a lot of fun to watch here in the postseason.
Oh, of course.
And a reminder, that postseason starts next Friday for those private schools in our area. Well, let's turn our attention now to Friday night sights. You and the fans sending your pictures. This one, the Manta Rays taking the field in front of their home crowd at Lemon Bay High School. Thank you, Ray LeBady. Also, Bayshore High School cheerleader Ashley Bates on senior night. These are always heartwarming.
Yeah, her parents as well.
She's got the sash and all. Congratulations, Ashley, and all the other seniors over at Bayshore High School. And some Venice students during homecoming. This has got to be one of the cleanest homecoming pictures I think you see out there. We appreciate you guys pulling it together a little bit for a nice, hearty, wholesome homecoming picture.
Right.
And just a reminder, send those pictures to Twitter, Facebook, at MySunCoast, or WWSB on Facebook, and you could end up right here on our show. Well, coming up, we'll have our Football Friday Night Fan of the Week. Stick around.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little
little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-715-0835. That's 1-800-715-0835, 1-800-715-0835.
Attention blood thinner users. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The widely prescribed blood thinners Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to a number of dangerous side effects, including internal bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney bleeding, stroke, brain hemorrhaging, and even death. If you or a loved one suffered any of these injuries after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Medicare's annual election period has begun. If you already have Medicare, new benefits may now be available with no copays, no deductibles, or $0 premiums. Call now to speak to a licensed insurance agent who can help guide you step by step through a free analysis of the benefits available to you. And you may be eligible for plans that even include additional coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. MedicareAdvantage.com searches thousands of insurance plans from leading insurance companies. We'll help you find plans that may cost you less, cover more benefits, and give you more choices, like home delivery of your prescriptions, gym memberships, and even over-the-counter allowances for everyday needs, like antacid, allergy medicine, vitamins, and even toothpaste. Don't miss the deadline to enroll. It's time to get more out of Medicare.
Call 800-314-8605. That's 800-314-8605. 800-314-8605. Call now.
If you have the ABC7 News app on your iPhone or iPad, the good news is you're getting an upgrade. Android users, you'll get the upgrade automatically. But iOS users, you need to download the new ABC7 News app now before your current app expires.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at our Fan of the Week this week. It's actually fans Dan West, Sam West, Ben Hoffner, and they're holding up, eventually, I hope this picture comes up, holding up a Palmetto cheerleader.
We'll see if it does.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't.
Well, we have to see this picture at some point. I think this
there
is
it is.
a great
picture.
picture.
Holding up Joe Hoffner in the stands. Thank you for risking your life, all of you. Glad we got to share this with everybody tonight. Right under the wire.
Yeah, I wouldn't say their life, but, they're risking a little something.
Top of the bleachers,
maybe a sprained leg or something, but no more than that, yeah.
I'm not saying it's safe. I'm not saying it's safe.
Okay.
We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.